Hi guys, it's Angie Bell with HerballyHipTarot. How's my Herbally Hip tribe doing? This is for entertainment purposes only, and everything we say here is allegedly. Okay, very quickly before we get started, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you could hit the bell twice, and if you give me a thumbs up, because I think you're going to like it here. Okay, let's get into it. All right, 2 questions. Is the big ugly bill a part of the teardown for things to be built back better? Other question is, what does Muskrat think about the big ugly bill passing? Second, I had to rewrite that. All right, so let's ask the spirit team what cards we should use. Clear, spirit. Is the big ugly bill a part of the teardown for things to be built back better? Should I use what lies beneath? No. Clear. Should I use Mystic Rose Oracle? Yes. My guys are loving this Mystic Red Rose Oracle today. I've been using that a lot. Okay. Clear. Spirit. What does Muskrat think about the big ugly bill passing? Should I use what lies beneath? No. Clear. Should I use true crime? Yes. Okay. So, first we're going to use Mystic Red Rose Oracle, and then we'll use true crime. Okay? So the first question we're going to ask is the big ugly bill part of the teardown for things to be built back better? I'll be right back. Let me shuffle. Okay, so I had 3 cards fall right out. So, the Chaser, the Dragonfly, Blowing Kisses, and Love. Okay. So, is this big ugly bill passing? Is this a part of the teardown for things to be built back better? Okay. What's underneath? Engagement ring. Okay. I already see a word. Oh, I like what that's going to say. Camera in the middle. Okay, so for this engagement ring, I really like this card. Higher commitment. So the answer is yes. This is all being torn down so we can have a higher commitment. It says for eternity. Partnerships and union, completion. So what I'm really reading into this is the higher commitment. So yes, this bell passed so that we can have a higher commitment. We can have a better, stronger, more fair, more just country. Because it was based on complete SH. Okay? It was based on slavery, getting rid of the natives, internment camps. We've done some horrible stuff ourselves. Okay? Camera. Reminiscing. Making memories. Learn from the past. Perception. Learn from the past. That's what the universe wants us to know. You guys need to learn from the past. You've done some horrible things as a country, and you need to learn from the past. The Chaser. And putting the Orange Menace in charge is not learning from the past, okay? The Chaser. In fact, we didn't put him in charge. Look, I know the fool cheated both times. So, the Chaser. Fear of abandonment. Chasing. Codependency. This is the Orange Menace. He's a chaser. He chases money. He chases compliments. He's always thirsting for a compliment, isn't he? He's a chaser. Very codependent. The Dragonfly. Lighthearted and adapt. Finding out and change. Things coming to light and heal. Beautiful. Things are coming to light and heal. Beautiful. And why? because there is going to be a higher commitment. Blowing kisses. Unconditional love, giving and receiving, fairness and love, affection returned. And this is what we need, unconditional love. That's what we need to be about. And what we are in Age of Aquarius. And what's the Age of Aquarius about? Love. Unconditional love. Again, love. Isn't that crazy? We have love so much. Unconditional love, self-love, wholeness, affection, attraction, selflessness. The whole thing about where we're at in the Age of Aquarius is all about love and acceptance, unconditional love, and self-love. Date. Get back out there, meeting someone new, setting a date online. Getting back out there is telling us, get back out there, keep fighting. It's working. Sunglasses. Watching and looking, perception, stalking. This is telling me, make sure that you keep your head in the game. Pay attention to what is going on. So when it's time for you to react or do something, you can do it because you've been paying attention. You've educated yourself. You know what's going on. Phoenix. I love this card. New phase and rekindle. Renew and growth. Change mind. Rise from the ashes. The two things with this is new phase and rekindle. So, yes, we're going through a new phase. A bigger, better country. And we're rising from the ashes. Because he's burning it all down, right? We're rising from the ashes. Not today. Boundaries and hurt. Avoiding conversations. Not dealing. Still upset. This is where we were. Okay? We weren't dealing. As a country, we weren't dealing. How, Sandy Hook. How could we just go on after that? And there's been a million other shootings. How can we just go on after that? Why would we not be in the streets and say we're not going to work until these damn semi-automatic weapons are off the streets? These bump stocks are off the streets. Sword and rose. Clarity and truth. Revelations. Honor and protection. Determination. Clarity and truth is coming. Revelations are coming. Honor and protection are coming. Love this. So let's ask the question straight up. Clear, Spirit. Is the big ugly bill a part of the teardown for there to be okay, let me do it again. Clear, Spirit. Is this big ugly bill a part of the teardown for things to be built back better? Yes. I know it looked like a very negative thing that passed yesterday. And now I know some people might suffer until we get him out of there, which looks like it's going to be hopefully fairly soon. But we have to have this so we can get on, okay? So that people aren't suffering forever. Okay. What was my next question? Oh, what does the Muskrat think about the big ugly bill? Let's see what he has to say. Because I believe he'll be a part of the Orange Menace's removal. And we'll ask. And I've been getting that. So let me shuffle True Crime and I'll be right back. Okay, so what does Muskrat think about the big ugly bill passing? What is the love and that heart? Okay, so love and a diseased looking heart. Okay, let's keep going. Crime of passion. He thought it was horrible. He thought it was a crime of passion. So we know what he feels about that. Well, he's already told us that he can't stand it. Okay, perversion. He thinks it was a travesty. This was a complete travesty. And I believe he thinks this is going to be the death of the Orange Menace's presidency. Accident. Not the accident, but look at it. He thinks this was nothing but one huge car crash. He also thinks not natural, but it's a disaster. And it is. It's that bad of a disaster, that bill. Because it is going to destroy families and the country. If it holds, which it's not going to hold. There will be some mountains to climb. Jealousy. This is the Orange Menace, and this is KAMALA. The red chooses KAMALA. The Orange Menace is going to be left out in the desert. And he committed political suicide. Oh. Clear. Spirit. Does Muskrat think that the Orange Menace committed political suicide? Yes. Clear. And in the end, does Muskrat think he's going to end up out in the desert by himself? Yes. Clear. Does he think it's the death of his presidency? Yes. Clear. Spirit. Is Muskrat going to be a part of the Orange Menace's removal? Yes. Clear. Is he going to expose and admit that he stole the election for the Orange Menace? Yes. Clear. Spirit, is he doing this because he feels like he was slighted, and also because he feels like he's going to be the scapegoat? Yes. Clear. Is he working with Kamala, Biden, Obama, all of the powers to be? Yes. Okay, we're still getting that same thing. He thinks it was a big crime of passion. It's going to be the end of the Orange Menace. And he's going to be a part of it. And I've gotten that quite a few times, that he's going to admit that he stole the election for him. And lots of people ask me, well, why would he do that? Well, because he doesn't want to be the fall guy. And he knows that that's what the Orange Menace wants him to do. And he messed him over. He's not, he invested all this money, and he didn't get what he needed for himself. So, all right. That was fast. Am I done? Yeah, that was it. Okay. Those went quick. Okay, you guys, that is it for this one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up. Any comments or questions, leave them below. Anything you want me to read on, leave it below. Remember, you guys, stay grounded. Do something to make yourself happy. It's going to be okay. Love, peace, and happiness, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.